Well, for all the regular updates in the world of sports, we do have Ben as well as Reku on stream, and Benedict also. How are you?
Hi. So there's a big story tonight. That's why the two of us are actually here, Roland. And it has to do with the Ghana Football Association. Now, there had been months of deliberation, and today was the deadline set by Keto Kweku. And after hours of deliberation, the Executive Council of the Ghana Football Association have unanimously voted for the cancellation of the 2019-2020 Ghana Premier League season. And I'm here with Benedict Owusu of Joy Sports to try and understand what the impact of this decision might be. Now, first off, Benedict, the meeting was supposed to take 3 hours actually, but ended up taking over 5 hours or so. Why do you think the decision took so long?
Well, I understand that it took 7 hours to reach that decision. Before we go here, they made it clear that in terms of the decision they were going to take as to the direction of the football season, whether to continue or discontinue, was going to be based on their interaction with other stakeholders. And of course, we're talking about government, media, as well as sponsors. So, and the major parts of this is government. If the government, had mentioned, if Nana Akufo-Addo, the president, had mentioned that he had lifted, restrictions on football activities, and then football contact sports could have resumed. What this would have meant was that the Football Association would have gone ahead with the Premier League, and there was not going to be any two ways about it. But because now there is no end in sight in terms of when we're going to lift that restriction of contact sports from resuming. That's why I understand that it kept that long in deciding on the fate of the season as to whether it will go on or not. And in terms of the meeting, other things were looked at. Sponsorship were looked at, issues of money, and also the welfare of the club. So that's how come it took that long.
Speaking of money, there would be some huge money lost, especially from the sponsorship from the TV right owners, that Star Times and then MTN as well sponsoring the FA Cup. Looking at it from that point of view, what do you think the impact of this decision would be financially and also from a sporting point of view?
I mean, it's huge. If you're a Star Times and you came in to sponsor the Premier League for this term and you're not getting what you wish for. If you're an MTN and you came in to sponsor the MTN FA Cup, you're not gonna get what you wish for. Of course, you definitely will be worried. And as much as the FA will be worried, remember before this, Keto Kweku mentioned some time back that they were looking at the sponsorship, how much people have invested in a game, and that will be based on whichever decision that they were going to take. And for him, he was even looking at not cancelling the league. But as I mentioned earlier, things beyond them have necessitated this decision to be taken. So it's really going to be huge on them in terms of the losses. But I mean, with the season definitely going to come back after everything, they can make amendments in whatever deal that they sign with these companies, and I'm sure they can get something out of it.
Okay, quickly before we wrap up, there have been whispers around that the GFA is aiming to restart the season in September. Does that make this decision to cancel a blessing in disguise, that we can now realign the Ghana Premier League with CAF's calendar?
Perfect. I think that it helps the federation. In this Corona period, everything that has happened, we have to look at the positive side. And in looking at the positive side, I think that one key thing that we can pick from this is the major leagues, and not just about CAF, the major leagues currently ongoing, some are done, Germany is done, and we have the English Premier League gradually wrapping up, the Spanish La Liga also will be wrapping up soon, as well as the Serie A. And when all these teams, all these countries wrap up their leagues, what's going to happen is there'll be a transfer window where they'll go for preseason and then start. Now we can also look at our situation, and for something that we've always been calling for, something that we've always been clamoring, that we want our season or want our calendar to be just as that of the European season and that of some of the African countries. I think that this is a perfect time. This is a very good opportunity for us to do that. So for me, I think it's a blessing in disguise.
All right, thank you very much, Benedict. We'll certainly be doing more analysis later on this issue, especially tomorrow. But that would be all. In terms of what we do have for you for the first part of the sports segment, do watch out for the second part, as there was another big meeting in Africa, this time by the Confederations of African Football, and I'll be bringing you the major takeaways from there as well. But my name is Oreko Wampofo, and it's bye-bye for now.